Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey.
Yes, yo, what is good? What is poppin', everybody? My name is C.
And my name is Notion.
Welcome to episode 19 of Bad Habits of Podcast.
19.
We are back. Can you believe it's 19? That's wild. I guess we say that every time.
I mean, we're going to have to believe it because it keeps climbing by one every time because we're going to have to know it's coming. Yeah,
I mean, your logic is setting me free.
It's
now.
on point today, and we've already in a couple in, so let's go.
All right, let's do it. We have Dan in the building, as always.
Yo.
What up, Dano?
We're back.
You know what I'm saying? UK, we're back. Everyone's in the building. We got a nice, fun episode tonight because Notion Baby, as they call you, we are celebrating our 10 years of being in Canada.
Been in Canada for a decade, bro.
That's fucking insane, though. Like, for real.
Stacks of time, dude.
Okay, let's cheers to that, first of all.
Okay, let me get a fucking... That's why I haven't beer. Good
there
on
you go.
Mate. Cheers, get it
cheers.
in ya.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers,
Dad. Get that in ya. Cheers, babe. I know you haven't had one
in your
yet.
face. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Boom.
Cheers, mate. Good stuff. Ooh, just want to shout the brewery. This is Trailway from New Brunswick. A lovely Canadian brewery. They
fantastic.
are available in Quebec. It's fucking fun. That's your first haze. That's your first New England IPA, I think.
I like it.
It's nice, huh?
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
And you got left field. You got a bit of Toronto's finest right there.
Yeah, got a bit of Toronto's finest there. Greenwood IPA from the kids at left field. So get that through your face.
Shouts to Canadian craft beer. So
yes.
What I figured, since this is pretty momentous. You don't get it. This is today is actually my 10-year anniversary. Yesterday was yours, and I guess we'll briefly explain why. We'll get into a few things a bit, but I figured it might just be worth touching on because for a couple of immigrants like us, we lived in Australia the vast majority of our lives, and being here for a decade is pretty crazy because it kind of still feels like yesterday we just came here. Eh?
For real, yeah.
It
doesn't feel like 10. It feels like 5. Or maybe less.
Yes, absolutely.
Feels like we've been here for some time because of the amount of friends and relationships we've, accumulated, sort of thing. Not accumulated, but you know what I mean. Like we've got a life here. It's like it just feels embedded.
Yeah, it's so natural because I guess I can only come with time. Is essentially what you're saying.
Yeah. So yeah.
It was pretty crazy. So I mean, look, for people who don't know and want to know the full story, go back to episode 1. Where we talked about the full thing, so we're not going to go into any of that, but I just thought it'd be nice to just reminisce for a little bit, just talk about some of the cool things and rough times and all the shit that we've had because most people in their lives, and I imagine you have people said this to you, and this is why it's good, because Dan's here, and he's on the opposite end. He's been here, I think, pushing 3 months. Almost 3 months, so you're like the complete other spectrum that we've been through, but you also understand the struggle. Or I don't want to say struggle because it's not always hard, but just what it takes to move to a new place and adapt to all the different stuff. And whilst the UK, Australia, Canada, it's all basically the same shit, there are a lot of differences that do make it a little difficult. Just on why we have different anniversaries. Like, I went to I used my points. I had like a whole bunch of frequent flyer points, so I was using mine. I found out like book September 13th. Yep, boom. I was like, you did not. So you and our other friend who moved over went and booked, got it September 13th, and the next day when I went to book mine, they were sold out, so I had to come the next day. So you two came the first day, I came with my friend the second day. Those two subsequently left, but that's why we have different anniversaries. And it was kind of whack. No, it was very whack. But the day that you left, the 13th, when our grandmother passed away, our dad's mom. So you were on the plane when I found out. We both saw her like a week before we left. I remember going there. So at least that was nice. But I want to bring that up to say, that's one thing that you do give up when you move to a whole nother place, another continent. Literally, if you put a pin through the globe, there's nowhere further you could possibly go than Melbourne to Toronto or Montreal.
Yeah, and then a few months after, then our friend Chap as well.
I remember that. I think that was the following year. That was 2011.
A little further, yeah. Within the first few, there was a couple.
There was a bit of loss. I mean, obviously, we talked about our dad in 2016. I had my good friend Ray Lee in 2018 with cancer. I'm positive there are probably others that maybe not that close, which is actually pretty fortunate. But the point is that you're away from people you care about and you've cared about for so long, to the point where that shit like this happens, and that's one of the things you do sacrifice.
It's just so hard to be there. It takes a whole day and a half, a lot of money.
Yeah, I think you lose 2 full days because of the being forward in time. By the time you get there, you lose 2 days. So you leave on the 28th, you get there on the 30th. But when you come back, if you leave on the 10th, you get there on the 10th. So you do make up for it. But I think overall, you still would lose technically 1 whole day you never live.
It's crazy travel.
It's very strange going back that way. But yeah, it's not like a lot of people when I hear it, and no like shade to cunts, but like if you move from Ottawa to Toronto, I'm like, bro, you're home. You could fly there in 30 minutes, or you could drive there in 4 hours, or like people from New York moving out here, and so, or like I got friends from Colombia. It's still a 4-hour flight. Like it's not the same. The level of like distance, like you've got 7.5 to the UK, which is pretty solid.
It's not bad. Yeah.
But like a lot of people don't really understand the level of like what that really means. Like people go home all the time.
How far away you are from home. Some people freak out, like being cross country, like like you said.
Yeah, and I've seen people sort of like talk about it like, and not to like one up or I move further. It's not about that. It's more just like to position just how far it is and how large of a, I guess, a step it was. Even though I had lived in Toronto before in 2004, so it wasn't. I had established a network of friends, places that I knew what's up. You'd been there before. I'd taken you around. You met those people already, so you knew them even briefly, but you knew them, and they knew you. So it was like we came there. It wasn't like just randomly when Tiff and I moved
always
to
a fam ting.
Yeah, exactly. So it made it a little easier. Whereas when Tiff and I moved here in Montreal, we didn't know a fucking soul. It was completely. It was way harder moving from funny enough from Toronto to Montreal than it was from Melbourne to Toronto. Even though the distance was further and lower out, but just moving here and like the language and like not knowing anybody, no network, was kind of wild. But particularly for people who might not know, I mean, we moved here for music. I guess we've been here so long that people probably don't even question that shit anymore. They just know us. They might have probably even forgot. So we did move here for our music. We had a little distro deal and stuff back in 2009, I think that was. So that's what we came here to focus on. 10 years in, I mean, obviously we're not where we want to be. It's not really what I thought would have happened. But at the same token, I was talking to a friend in Australia, Andrew Layden, the last couple of days about it all and stuff. And he was sort of like, well, look, the music is the foundation. It's what brought you there. And you guys have got other successes from the music. And it's always still the foundation. And you're still doing it and nothing stopped. And that's why we're always trying different things. Because if you compare what we're doing in music, which is 8 trillion rappers, compared to, say, the photography that you're doing, the mixing,
that's right.
You know, the social media agency stuff, the beer podcast stuff, like
found all niches.
Right, but there's so much easier, I guess. There's that too. We're very fortunate that through music has brought us to these different things.
Yeah,
essentially,
turned into businesses, like, you know,
and we're involved in each other's businesses all the way through.
And they all cross over, exactly.
And I think that's like something you can't like pay for. Being that like you and I are brothers, like blood brothers. We have, we've got the music in common. We. You were
multiple business, the
podcast,
together, and you've hired me as a photographer for your business. Like, there's been lots of, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Like, it's been,
and blah blah. And then now Dan's part, Tiff's family coming over here is now able to work through high season to do more shit. So, like, even if you just look at the 5 of us, like, hang on, 1, 2. I'm looking at myself. 4 of us. Fucking hell! No, I'm looking at the screen. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 2 sips of beer. I'm not high, so there was no excuse for that dumb country, guys.
That's fantastic. Well done.
The 4 of us. I don't know why.
Must have been a good 2 sips, cunt.
No, I actually thought it was 5 as well.
Did you? I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, anyways, so the 4 of us. It's pretty fucking cool, man. Like, we gotta give love to that. Like, that is super dope. That, like, we're able to all... There's some sort of drilling noise.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I can hear that too, yeah.
Yeah, apologies, yo.
It'll be fine. We can RX that. No worries.
There you go. Notion's the guide. It'll pass soon. New things don't last long.
Gotcha, bro.
Yeah, man. It's just super cool that we've been able to... We came here for music. We kind of had a period, if we're going to be honest, where, like, music... I don't know about you, but it pissed me off so much. I was so sick.
Oh, sure.
Probably around 2015,
It was like at the end of the touring days, because the tourings was like, I mean, we were thankful to have some tours most of them we broke even on. And just to have those kind of experiences were fucking awesome, because everybody else, well, not everybody else, others that we've been talking to have had some troubles and things like that.
Yeah,
so we had a good time as far as that goes. But It was frustrating. We had a bunch of collabs that were just tedious. There was a string of things in a row. We were just like, this is fucking annoying. So yeah, I think that's where that we kind of stepped back a smidge.
Just
you said 2015.
Do you know what? Yeah, the last tour was. Do you know what this is? And I think we said this publicly as well. But the last tour was February 2015, which was our first headlining tour, which was us and DJ Digital Junkie. Shouts to Mike. And then we started BOS in April, so it was kind of like I had a fun new project. We did our final live show at the Hip Hop and Breakfast event.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was
the last show, eh?
Yeah, June 2015, if I'm not mistaken. I think after that, we were just like, I'm sick of these shows. Shows, there's so much energy. I mean, look, thanks to COVID, it's good for us because it's a good excuse. Oh, well, I can't do shows. Like, I didn't really care about performing. It's the interesting part. We just like rapping. Like, the performing is a part you have to deal with. Like, for us, we want to make music. I like words and putting that puzzle together, making a sick song, and then hearing what it comes out with and sharing that creative energy. So like the performing is like whatever, but it's fucked because we still love the creative part, and it was all the business and all the other nonsense that like kind of comes and overtakes everything. Like the creative is like 5 to 10% of it. The rest is all business and the touring bullshit and so on and so forth. So like it was necessary. We were always releasing music, doing a ton of videos over those years. I did 12 singles in 2017. Like, I still did. You did the project with in 2018 with Egward, a collab EP. I did the collab album with Poe in 2018, and last year we dropped a couple singles. This year, neither of us have dropped shit. I mean, I'm about to drop an EP and then a deluxe version and whatever. So we need to step it up a bit. But I feel like we're only just getting back into it a bit better and reigniting that spark. And this podcast was intended to participate in that, to help us reconnect. To be honest, as an excuse to chat with you every week, which is great to actually sit here for a couple hours and talk. We always talk afterwards and stuff, which is really nice because everyone's busy. And this like it's dumb, but this is a way to make sure we do it. So that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's dope. But the last couple of years, like you're saying before, like things kind of like switch focus, whatever. Like when the music started, when we stopped doing shows and everything, so then we started to focus on the business.
Yes.
And I just started getting mixing job, mastering job, combos, and it just didn't stop. So the music, as far as like Notion and Cee stuff, like that kind of went on the back burner, and our business came to the forefront. So I didn't really stop doing music because I'm doing the behind the board shit. But that's like the best part. I think it's kind of kept me at the forefront of what's good, and I got so much better. So when we do release more music, like everything's gonna fucking slap.
Even just go on. Sorry to cut you off. I was just going to agree with you.
That's it.
The fact, and you're right, because the shit you're mixing even on this EP, right? Name one mixing note I gave you. Like you give me mixes back, and I just
on the latest shit on the
Smoke shit.
Yeah,
nothing, not a single thing every time,
which is lovely.
Even on the last thing I did, I got a collab with Matt from Vox and Hops. He's in a metal band. And
that was cool.
Dude, I told you, I'm good to go. I'm waiting for Matt to confirm. I think he just got busy and forgot. I gotta nudge him. But
yeah, I only get a couple of mixed revisions these days, and getting like one
because
or two
your shit
tops.
is like so fucking sick. So I think it's actually good because this next project I've got super boom bap stuff. I'm not trying to get too into it to get distracted, but it's sort of like a little more simple. Whereas the next album, the Relentless album, is mad complicated and a ton of tracks, like fucking 50, 100 tracks on everything with all the instruments and layers and blah blah blah. So like it's kind of good timing because now we're going to come back with a renewed focus. I'm excited about it a bit more. We never stop working on shit. We're just taking fucking forever to do it. So we're coming to the point where we're about to start rolling things back out again.
Things are catching up and balancing out a little more. and the balance of everything in both of our lives, business and personal, getting better and shit. Like, I mean, honestly, like during the COVID shit, got back to getting more fit and everything. Getting more on the schedule.
Yeah, it's dope. So, like, it's been like quite the journey. We've had a lot of ups and downs in Canada. Period. When I can't remember if I told the story in the first episode, but like I had a rough beginning. It was pretty tough. We had 5 of us in a 1-bedroom basement for 7 weeks. It was rough. We wanted to kill each other, like an Aussie refugee camp type of situation, as I say on the Relentless album.
And that's cunts.
Refugee camp. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was fucking horrible. I'd never do that shit again. Lucky we even talk at this point. But like, it was just like such a such a roller coaster. So it's actually kind of cool to even see someone like Dan who just moved here. Like, I feel like our advice might be able to save him some headaches. Like, already you're at the roommate situation. You're a little annoyed with some situation. Like, I kind of told you to begin with, but you're also younger than I was when we moved here. So it's like you've got that chillness that I remember having. I was like, oh yeah, man, whatever, it's cool.
Yeah.
But already you're kind of like, fuck, man, I want my space.
Can't
right?
wait. Yeah, to get my own place.
You're saying that today, right? So it's interesting to see your journey from this point. Hopefully the shit that I've gone through can sort of help you avoid some of the shit that me and Nosh had to go through, you know? But, you know, we end up figuring out we have a wonderful group of friends and people here we consider family.
Facts.
Where, you know, I found Tiff, which is amazing, and now we built all this stuff together. I found her 6 months in. I didn't even want a girlfriend. I was like, yo, I'm trying to, like,
there you go.
You know, chill in Canada for a bit, and then met her. I'm like, oh, well, I guess this is it. So
you're lucky, man. I got Oris, so I'm good.
Oris is Notion's
Oris
tortoise.
is my pet tortoise for everybody that doesn't know who or what Oris is. And Oris is...
He's a legend.
6-year-old Herman's tortoise, and his Instagram is @Oris the tortoise.
Go follow him.
OROS. Go fucking say how you going.
Go follow him. He's a fair good cunt. Sean is saying here, big up on being here for 10 years. Cheers, bro. Glad I've met Notion.
Sean, thanks, mate.
Hopefully in the near future we'll meet. See, yes, sir. Hopefully when things get back to normal and then we actually get our asses to Toronto at some fucking point, which is annoying me because that's one thing I miss the most. Yeah, mate. I'd love to. It'd be dope. But yeah, man, it's just been like, I'm not going to drag it on too much, but yeah, it's just been like a real cool experience for us. Happy to be here, blessed to be here. Our immigration experience was a fucking nightmare. Both of us are permanent residents. We're safe. They can't get rid of us. I'm about to apply for citizenship. I've just been a little lazy. Got to go print some shit. But you shouldn't be far away, probably this year or next year, and you'll be able to apply for citizenship too.
Yeah, it's just 3 years from when. So I have 2.5 years left, or 2 years left.
Is it? Oh, really? When did you get yours? Didn't you get 2018?
July 5th last year.
2019?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind that. I thought it was 2018 for some reason.
Got 3 years to wait, eh?
Okay, never mind.
They said after 3 years, then you can apply for fucking
if you've been in the country 1,095
If you've been
days.
a good boy, Bradley, no dog, and I'm like, yeah, now sweet as, eh?
No, I know. Yeah. We always pick the gummies, I'm sure. But yeah, man, it's dope. It's very cool to have like two homes. Someone always said to me early on, it's cool to have something to miss. And that was something that I always appreciated about, you know, knowing we're far from Melbourne, far from our parents, far from mum specifically right now, a lot of friends out there. But, you know, thank the fucking internet gods that, you know, we have an easy way to communicate with everybody back home. I talk to people regularly there. You know, I'm sure you do as well. So it's not, you don't feel that far, even though we are far. This is... You go to Australia and when we've gone out, you've been once, I've been 3 times. And every time I go, it's like, it's a weird feeling. Is it home or am I visiting? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I kind of more feel like a visitor there. Yeah. Because everyone's telling me stuff and I just don't know anything. So unless I was
we don't we don't consume their TV or their news or any of their bullshit. Well, not any of their bullshit, but I don't consume any. Well, I don't.
Aussie media stuff.
I don't see any Aussie stuff at all. I barely see what people say on Facebook. I stay away from that.
Same.
That's where I speak to most of my Aussie homies that I want to speak with. Is usually on the Facey.
Yep.
Couple on the Gramo, but yeah. Otherwise, I have no idea what's going on there.
I think it's even like, so there's that side of it, but I was even thinking like, oh, like Knox City is like expanded now, and it's like blah, blah, blah. Like this, you know, the supermarket,
really,
shopping centers, like shit like that. It hasn't. I'm just saying, or maybe it has. I don't know. But every time you go to the places that we used to always be at, and they completely change, I'm like, what in the fuck is happening? So like, I feel like it feels familiar, but I feel like a stranger. It's almost like going to Vermont. I've been there like 12 times or something. And every time I go there, I know we have to as soon as they stop their nonsense. It's like you go there and it's familiar as a visitor. And I'm like, yeah, I know where everything is. I know where the breweries are and the cafes and the brunch spots. I know what's popping. Like I know where the different areas are in relation to each other. But I'm still a visitor there.
Gotcha.
Whereas I feel the same way in Melbourne now, which is a strange thing. But whatever, it's cool. We out here, you know.
So, out here, happy to be in fucking Toronto.
Very grateful.
Yep, in a good spot.
Yeah, that's it, man. You got a good little place. We got a nice place here. I'd like some more fucking space, but working is better to put your head down and just hustle and get that money and do it. So everything's really looking up. We've had a great. I feel bad saying it, but we've both had a really good COVID time. It's been very good to us financially and opportunity wise. So whilst that's not the irony, that isn't lost on us. That we're doing half decent when a lot of people are not. So we know that we're very fortunate. We're trying to give back via the videos with High Season and sharing knowledge and information and education. And I hope to a degree here we're trying to drop some gems. I had like dudes like Kevin on episode 11 where he was talking about the music management stuff. You know what I'm saying? Little things like that. Just trying to share our insights and stuff. I mean, 10 years moving here, we've done music obviously before that for a bunch of years back home. So we've been doing this for a while. Hence us being annoyed that we're not where we need to be at. But I think it's also we haven't put the right time and energy where it needed to be in the music. And I feel like we're kind of at the point now where we are going to do it properly. We got invest in it a bit more with the right make the right move. So I'm excited for what's to come. So fuck yeah, Canada. Bro. Yeah, man. Canada for the win. All day. So cheers, Canada.
Hey.
Appreciate y'all.
Cheers, Canada. Thanks, mate.
Get in ya, babe. All right. So enough of that shit.
As soon as it hits your lips. No.
I didn't even know what that's from, but I like it.
Old school.
Oh, I saw it like one time.
It's okay. Anyone.
Hey, everyone, but I'm the worst.
Everyone except for Craig will enjoy that. Everyone except for C will enjoy that. C Feezy.
Right.
What were you about to say, sir?
I was about to say, let's get into the battle briefly. We'll touch on that. This is not something we're going to take up half an episode with. And
it is. So a couple of queens, couple classy gals.
Did you see what Twitter called it?
No.
They called it Auntiechella, like Coachella. Auntiechella,
wow,
which is pretty funny. People were making. They were putting people like, all right, this is what I'm making, like cornbread, the coleslaw, fucking ribs, fried chicken, like full soul food spreads for it. So I said to Tiff, like, yo, we should do it. So we just ordered some like fried chicken and like. Got a bunch of the closest thing. Montreal doesn't have a lot of soul food, so I was like, all right, let's fucking do it. So
it's funny. I was joking to Roro about me getting some cognac and some backwoods and just getting all fancy by myself, get my suit on.
Did you?
No, I didn't because I ended I was riding and then some shit happened and then we ended up getting back late, so I missed about 40 minutes of it, dude.
Do you know what? They started 20 minutes late and they talked for like 20 minutes, so I think you saw the whole thing.
They were talking a lot.
Do you know what though? You gotta let those
and you got to let them have their rant.
Goddesses talk, yeah.
Bless them.
So people who don't know what we're talking about, sorry, we didn't even say.
Anyway, let's go.
We're talking about Gladys Knight versus Patti LaBelle last night on Versus. That was the latest one. It was very cool. It was something a little bit left field for them, which I quite enjoyed. They keep doing these like random ones, and I think that it's not random, but like, it started off like hip hop stuff, and then it's moved into all sort of different genre, a bit of dancehall and like some R&B shit, and now some classic Motown soul, which was very, very cool. So because I'm not gonna lie, I probably knew maybe 50% of the songs. I'm not like I fuck
There's
with
a couple.
Gladys.
I was like, oh shit, no idea, but it could be sampled. And I was like, oh shit.
Yes.
Does anybody use that? And there's a couple songs that I heard. I was like, oh, that's from blah blah blah, and then and I was like, oh, I sampled that, and then.
The very first song that Gladys played was the one you sampled, and I never heard the original before. And I was like, oh no, I know this is Brad's beat song. Yeah. There's another one.
Yeah, there's another one later I heard that I used like so long ago.
Okay. So it was like some classic stuff. So what we thought tonight, we were talking about this before, we're like, look, there's no point going into it really in depth. I didn't vote this time about which I thought beat which. I just felt that this was just like two legends sharing a time and some stories together. So I'm just going to quickly run through the track list for people who didn't really catch it. And if there's anything that either of us want to say about that song matchup, we'll do it, and then we'll keep her moving. So it was Patti song first, and then Gladys. So Patti played All Right Now, and then Gladys played Best Thing That Ever Happened to Me, which was the song that you sampled for a beat. I forgot the name of it, but we used it in the vlogs.
Yeah.
Tiff will know.
I definitely go for Gladys. She's like, I'm a large fan.
Yeah. Patti did If You Ask Me To versus Make Yours a Happy Home. You don't even have to say which one you want to go for if you don't want to, because I actually don't even really know.
I don't remember. Like, I have to hear the songs.
So don't worry about saying it. I'm just going to read them out, and if you want to say something about it, do it.
Do it.
Patti did Stir It Up. Oh, I said Steer It Up like Bob Marley. Stir It Up, and then
Stir It Up.
Every Beat on My Heart from Gladys. Patti, When You've Been Blessed versus On and On from Gladys. If You Don't Know Me By Now, which was cool because I didn't realize that was her joint, from Patti versus License to Kill from Gladys from James Bond. This was the good one for me.
Yeah,
My Love, Sweet Love from Patti LaBelle, beautiful song. I think I heard someone
this is the second song I saw when I tuned in. Like, it was the last joint, and this came in. I was like, fuck yeah.
Okay, sick. So you got
good
that
timing.
Shit. And then the slapper. This song, I was mad late, but Midnight Train to Georgia from Gladys Knight was one of my favorite songs of all time. That's what introduced me. One of the songs that introduced me to soul music.
Leaving.
Oh no, sorry. I love that. Woo woo! I love all the backgrounds on that song are so sick.
Dude, big tune. Sorry.
Rochelle is saying, I'm upset Gladys didn't sing If I Was Your Woman. Oh, is that a doesn't Alicia Keys do that song? Tiff says Sweet Love is a Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. That's why I knew it. My bad. I thought it was a cover. Thank you. Okay.
Goodness.
Okay. Tiff says, oh my god, you're right, she did it. I like that song. I didn't know the Gladys. I guess that was the Alicia Keys covered Gladys doing that. That's dope. This joint I did not know was Patti LaBelle, Love, Need and Want. Which is the one that Jaguar Wright did, and she killed it. I knew it was a cover of something, but I didn't know what.
That's cool.
Versus Someone to Watch Over Me from Gladys. The Right Kind of Lover versus Friendship Train. Over the Rainbow, so there's kind of like a bit of from Sound of Music. Sound of Music?
Yeah.
No, Wizard Was with a little extra bit. I hadn't heard that before. Right. That was cool. Versus Neither One of Us. Somebody Loves You Baby versus You're Number One. Kiss Away the Pain versus I Gotta Use My Imagination, which is a classic. I love that song. I fuck with that heavy. I heard, just real quick, the reason I got into soul music was
a passionate review.
Yeah, and I just want to quickly, thank you. I just want to, I did a personality test, Tiff and I did last night, and part of the thing is that being passionate about shit. You're passionate.
I always get that fucking.
You get that,
intensely. Yeah.
You know how it goes. So. Yep. I did this album called Soul District. I talked about on episode 1 with this producer Revelino, who's now ever in low, and he sampled Midnight Train to Georgia, and I was like, what is this? And we were listening. He was making that music as Kanye West was releasing a lot of the leaks, and he'd just done the Blueprint. It was 2002, 2003. So I was like, what is this shit? So I taught Rev about how to rap properly and actual bars and structure of rapping, because he didn't really know about that, and he taught me about production and soul music and stuff. So I went and bought like a Gladys Knight best of greatest hits thing, and I Got to Use My Imagination was on that. So I forgot about that song, and I was like, yo, okay. So this is when it kind of got out of the versus format, and it just went weird for the rest of the thing.
They just
like completely were like, oh fuck it, and it was just literally just random songs, and it was just fun to watch. That's why it was no point even talking about
They're kind of just jamming at the end.
Yeah, totally. So I'll just read out the songs. Patti
was going off her tits, mate.
She was
drinking a couple.
Yeah,
she got to kick her shoes off.
That was hilarious that she hurt her knee, poor thing.
Fuck it. Yeah, that sucked. That sucked. But she had the spark going. Pretty funny. Questlove posted something on his Instagram where they had that "We Ain't Going Nowhere" song in the background. And she was like doing the moves.
And then
they looped her doing her little swag thing on the chair. It was really funny.
So good. I gotta check for that. That's
no, it's all about the Benjamins. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, she was just swagging it out. It was really funny.
That's so
good. She was kind of litty.
Yeah, she definitely was
wearing pumps, sitting down on the couch.
It was so funny. It was just
good times.
Cool. So cool. They look fantastic. Oh my god, these
they both look lovely. Yeah,
like people were like in the comments, like drop the skincare routine and shit, which is pretty gold. So I'll just read these out quick.
Crazy, they were so fucking many.
The tweets were funny, man. I was paying attention to writing the songs down, so because I didn't play it for long, I didn't really have a lot of time to and I was trying to eat my fucking fried chicken and shit, so I didn't get to
Thanks for doing that, by the way.
No problems. It makes it easy for us. It's super easy. So Patti did New Attitude, then she did On My Own with Michael McDonald. Gladys did Midnight Train to Georgia again, but with different version. Don't know why, but didn't complain.
Don't know why. I was so tripping.
No one's gonna.
Did they just have an old person moment? Did they just forget? They just did.
They did it, but she sang it even more again. I was like, all right, and it was like a live version or something. Like it wasn't just like the backing from the original. So I was like, it's different. Cool, I fuck with it.
There was, at the start, there was huge delays from
huge
Patti, way behind or way. It's like fucking hell.
Gladys was too,
and it was just you're hearing it twice, and it was just so it was like a really bad slap delay.
Yeah, it was very strange. I feel like their in-ears went on point for them as well, because obviously these women are like they said they've been in the industry for 60 years. they know
That's
what the
fucking
motherfucker
insane.
they're doing. So I think it was a technical glitch.
And Patti was
them.
complaining about the auto prompter with her lyrics.
Yeah, you're gonna put it up.
Have her lyrics.
Do you know what?
She was kind of pissed.
I'm glad you brought that up. That shit was hilarious.
That was a G move. She was like, yo.
But they don't know any of the lyrics either.
At?
Yeah, I feel good about our songs because
she's
their
like,
songs are so easy to remember.
Me.
Yeah, it's like me. I wish we had an auto prompter.
Well, now for sure. Usually when we were doing the shows and stuff, we'd have to know stuff. We'd have to know
we were touring,
our top
we were good.
fucking 20 songs or something. We were pretty good.
When we were touring,
we listened to the songs 2, 3, 4 times. Boom.
And we'd rehearse. We do full rehearsals and stuff and whatever. But like
we did. It
was so hard to write. I don't know shit about lyrics, man. The only songs I'm good with lyrics for, the ones we've done music videos for, because I've specifically, or some of the ones we were touring, I guess, but I probably forgot them now in hindsight. It's hard. So, but these songs,
the videos help you make you learn the lyrics a little more because you still have to mouth that shit.
100%. And even sometimes by the end of it, when I go into the video, I still don't really know it like I should know it. So it's tough. So I felt her pain. All right, quickly. Patti did New Day. Then she also did Feels Like Another One. Then she also did the alphabet, literally A B C D E F, like the alphabet song. Yeah. That was hilarious. Then she did Lady Marmalade.
Did she write that fucking song?
I don't think she wrote it. I think it sounded like she did it for Sesame Street or something like that. You know, like that's what it felt like. She didn't say it, but that's what I thought it was. Gladys did Love Overboard. Patti did You Are My Friend, and If You Only Knew as well. Then Dionne Warwick came out, and then they did That's What Friends Are For, and they did a song
that was cool.
called Superwoman, and then they wrapped it up, and Dionne was like, okay, can I go now and put my jeans on? They're just so funny. They were so funny, man. Like, I just appreciated the energy. It was good value. It was a fantastic move from the Versus squad on this one. I thought it was super cool. I don't know what the next one's going to be, but they're keeping it interesting. They've created a fantastic platform for all this stuff, and it's bringing a lot of joy to a not so joyous year for a lot of people. So
yeah, absolutely.
Love to everyone
I think
involved.
they'll go back to raps next time. What do you think?
I would like to hang on. Who was the last one? Brandy Monica. I think it's time now. And who was before that? 2 Chainz and Rick Ross, maybe. Yeah, I think it's about time to get back some hippity hop. Do you know what I was thinking the other day? Who would I want to see? I thought of a great one like yesterday, and I was like, fuck, I hadn't seen anyone do. D'Angelo versus Maxwell.
Write that shit down.
D'Angelo Maxwell.
Oh,
that's what I want to see.
That would just get all the panties to drop. That's a big one.
I would drop mine, bro. Pause.
That should be called Versus colon the panty dropper. Just like we did one of our Valentine's Day mixtapes. Did we not call one of those?
Fuck yeah, we called it the panty dropper.
I think you called it. You were like, you know what?
We have the dumbest names. Every Valentine's Day, we do a mixtape for the Mover Fam, so our label. We've done it for 12 years running, which is pretty crazy. We started in 2000.
12 years running. That's longer than we've been Canadian, mate. That stacks long and heaps of time.
Notion came up with the idea with our old DJ in Atlanta. We're cruising through Atlanta. Notion came up with the idea. Shouts to Grain. I don't even know what's happening. I ain't spoken to him in a minute, but
the intention was to make a sexy playlist so you could root to it, or you could just chill. Root means have a nice time.
Yeah, I was about to say, can you translate?
Or a bloke, whatever you're feeling.
Whatever you're into.
You know.
We're here for it.
Yep, and it's like just to have it was a soundtrack for a nice evening, and it was R&B, sensual, sexy, fun shit. That was the start from it. Anyway,
it was a cool concept.
It's the same cover. Was it for 10 years?
10 years
same cover by Glenn Tiskovich.
Yeah, shouts to Glenny. He does all my tats.
Does all the drawing on the arms and the bodies.
Glenn is the god. And
he's good at it. Put his thing in the description.
It's NTH Tattoos, I think.
Yeah. On Instagram. Nothing to hide tattoos in
Elstonwick.
Elwood.
Elstonwick.
Wicked.
Check him out. Yeah, his shit is amazing. He's a great dude as well. Like one of the kindest heart. I've known him since I was 12 because he was your mate at school. And that's why I haven't got any more tats aside from a pandemic.
First day, grade 7, mate.
Yeah, there you go. He's the legend. So thank you because of that we get to know a champion like him. So it's brilliant. Oh, Sean says, what about Drew Hill versus Blackstreet? Now, that's a good one. That's a great idea. Fun. That's a really good idea. I haven't heard anyone really say that.
That's very like gangster R&B groups.
Yeah, kind of like that sort of like that when R&B started to get like
with some rappers in it too. Yeah.
Ooh, do you know what would be even cooler? Like Jodeci versus like New Edition or something, or versus who's another male R&B group around the mid 90s. I mean, it could be Jodeci versus Blackstreet, but Jodeci's been around a bit longer. I just want to see. As yet. No, that's not even that
They
funny.
had like 2 songs.
Two
They
hits.
should have
I
gone
mean,
against
Jodeci
like
didn't have
Jagged Edge
hits
or some
either.
shit.
Yeah, true. I wonder who else it could
No, I
have
was
been.
being silly. That's a good
Belle
one.
Biv DeVoe.
Oh, Belle Biv DeVoe. I feel like they would probably need to go against like Guy or something. You know what I mean? Like those other early ones, or Mint Condition and shit. I wonder what else is like. Unless it could be like Jodeci versus like SWV or something like that. LSG, Michelle is saying. LSG was I know who it is. I'm having a blank. Gerald Levert, I think. But they weren't big like Jodeci though. I feel like I don't know. I just want to see Jodeci. I don't know why. Because you said like the gangsta R&B shit. I'm like, oh yeah, Jodeci with the OG gangsta R&B dudes, like actually fighting mans and stuff like that. And then the next gen of like, Sean saying Jagged Edge, but they already went against 112, so they had their little thing. Yeah. That was still fun, but they weren't like hard like that. Plus. They were like
No, they're definitely on the softer, the soft R&B
vibe
portion.
Yeah. Anyway, it's nice to think. So I feel like either way though, if they're doing stuff like this with like classics, I feel like essentially the world is their oyster type of shit. Like anything could happen, which is pretty I
Yeah, for sure. I definitely like the Drew Hill Blackstreet.
Oh yeah, anyway. Drew Hill Blackstreet is one of my faves, and definitely want to see the D'Angelo Maxwell. And still, I want something for Mary. I want to see Mary on there. Sick. I just still don't know who.
There's a thing saying that she didn't want to do it.
Oh yeah, on Twitter people saying that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see that. I just felt like I thought that'd be nice for her to do that because
got some screenshots for you, buddy.
Oh, of her saying that.
Yeah. It says, Hip Hop DX say, Mary J. Blige doesn't want to do verses. She's not interested in participating. There was an appearance on a show with Andy Cohen.
Okay.
And she said she wasn't keen to battle anyone in the series.
That sucks. Do it for the culture, Mary.
Boo.
Boo, Mary. Love you, Mary. Mary is honestly like, probably, I don't know, probably my favorite singer of all time. Tiffany is saying, I would love a Drew Hill versus. Drew Hill would destroy Blackstreet, though. I think they would. She said, alternate universe, Whitney versus Mariah. That's the one. Whitney versus Mariah. I still think they could have... Wasn't Dionne Warwick her aunt? So they could get Dionne to play the Whitney songs, and then Mariah playing her joint. You know what I'm saying? Someone to be there that's close to her, that's a living legend that would represent it. Well, I mean, because you wouldn't want Bobby Brown there. It's too. He's a mess. So, that could be something that could still be plausible if people are amenable to that. Sean is just saying Ja Rule versus 50. But they already talked about it.
That would not happen.
50 Cent is just too mean. Yeah, that was like a whole thing maybe a month or two ago. 50 was talking about. Did you see that shit?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, 50 was talking about. Sorry, I'm going to make sure I catch it. Sorry. 50 was talking about no, and he was just clowning him. And who else? T.I. wanted to go up against 50. He's not having it. He's not having it at all, which is really funny.
And then they started 50 and T.I. started beefing on Instagram, although we're going back and forth with some kind of exchange.
I think that was all for promo.
I think T.I.'s in one of the Power episode
for Sync. He wanted to use one of the songs, and that was right as T.I. called 50 out, being like, "Yo, bro, I'll kill you on this versus shit," type of thing. That's kind of
which is not true.
Not even a chance in hell. I don't think he would destroy it. He wouldn't come close to destroying 50. Relax, bro.
Yeah. Nah, mate.
Sean is saying Whitney versus Mariah would be dope AF. Tiffany said the hate is actually real. That's true. He's like, facts he is, but still would be lit. Yeah. I think it would be the most entertaining and most watched versus of all time. You know?
I think so.
There's no chance anything would do better than that.
I don't know.
Yeah, what would do better? Who would be more entertaining to watch? Because 50 would just be clowning the whole time. It'd be sick if he actually would do it. But I
think Drake versus Pusha T could do more numbers.
That would be physical altercations in that. I think they're going to be in the same room anytime. Yeah. So. I wonder if that would do more numbers, but Pusha would get destroyed. You can't. Yeah, it's not even a chance. Pusha plays shit. Yeah, it's classic, but it's not like Drake.
I'd really want to see NWA versus who would I? NWA versus Wu-Tang Clan. Very different styles.
Interesting.
They both have hits.
They did.
Or if you want to do similar styles, do Wu-Tang versus
Do the
Cypress Hill.
timelines cross over for that? They do, right?
For NWA, I don't know when they finished, but Cube left after Straight Outta Compton, if I'm not mistaken, which would have been 88, 89. So then NWA kept releasing albums, but I think they stopped releasing music as a group before Wu-Tang dropped 36 Chambers, which was 93.
Yeah, they were active 1987 to 1991.
91, okay. So that might have been the last one they did. And then if it was Wu versus Cypress is that would cross over timeline-wise because Cypress's first album was 91, and they're still active even to this day. Yeah, the self-titled joint.
Same with Wu-Tang.
So same with Wu.
Yeah.
36 Chambers 91? I thought it was 93. Might be off.
93, 94?
No, it's not 94. I thought it was
93.
It was 93.
96?
Okay. Yo, I used to fucking be so good at this stuff.
Just throwing numbers out there.
Everyone brands like 96, 98, 2004. I used to
oh fuck.
I used to fucking like dead ass. I always I'm not gonna give you too much information. I read the CD booklets back to front all the time.
Inserts, yeah.
I knew the production companies for everyone.
Good Dunny reading material.
That's saying I used to take it to the. I used to get a lot. I was a music journalist for years, so I would just get piles of CDs, and I like to before I reviewed it, I want to read it. Or sometimes I got lyrics. I like to see the thank yous, what they're saying. Like I want to get all the information, understand who these people are, type of shit. And so I used to know all the record companies, the years and stuff. I've forgotten a lot of it because it's essentially irrelevant information, but.
We've got stuff to do, mate. We've got more important things.
More important things to do. Sean is saying Tupac versus Big would be amazing if they were still alive. Or Korn versus Limp Bizkit. Wow, that's a good one. Korn versus Limp Bizkit's an interesting. But I did see them people saying today they will like keep the whites out of verses. It's for the culture. Enough. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Because people keep talking about there's not many whiteys people talking about. Maybe JT,
Eminem.
That's about it.
If Eminem did
just do those two against each other. Battle of the White. JT versus Eminem. Fuck it.
Completely different.
It would have to be Eminem versus MGK. But even MGK would get destroyed. But
MGK does not deserve it.
Well, unless Eminem plays the new stuff. But if he plays the old stuff, MGK gets destroyed.
That's a big shot.
I think anyone. I think we could be Eminem's new stuff. No shade.
That's a huge one.
He ain't got the bops no more.
No.
That's sad. I missed the air horn opportunity. I should have done the air horn there for Dad. I missed it. So I'm gonna grab the next beer from the fridge, but we're gonna do a special segment right now. We're gonna start introducing. I didn't bring it. Dan is gonna have every week. We're gonna do just like a brief touch-in on. We're gonna come up with a good name for it, like a UK, like Dan's UK segment in it, or something, or like
Dan's corner in it.
In it.
Oh, that's cool.
Dan time.
Are you mad, innit?
Are you mad?
Proper nice,
Scallywag chat.
Ooh,
that's British. That's British as hell.
Yeah. keep talking about it, but Dan's gonna just talk about a couple of like dope shit that's come out of the UK. So Sean, this is for you, bro. This is for you, Sean.
Oh.
When we came up with the idea, I think we came up with it last week.
Yeah.
Did we?
Because
on air or after?
I think it was after.
After, because we were talking for a while.
Because I asked if Sean was from the UK.
Oh yeah, Dan thought Sean. He thought he was from the UK, man.
Oh, he thought he was a full road man, eh?
Right? So we're like, all right, well, Dan could do a little thing. He's got a couple joints for this week, but over the time, as you sort of looking at, you get your mates back there to send you stuff, and you're tapped into what's going on. So if there's any fire from the UK, I'll get the BLB 2 6. Go for it. Let man's know.
But there's this week I only found a couple new tunes, but there's a new artist called KIRBY. He's really new, very new. He released a song called
how you spell it?
KEEYA. Keys, so literally just keys.
Gotcha.
It's called Bebe, and it's got really
seen it. All right,
Craig David vibes. Craig David vibes in this song, anyway.
Oh, it's a singer?
He's
good.
not singing. He's a rapper, but he's got garage sort of tones. He does the sort of singing as well. Okay. So he's very similar to Craig David, but only on this song.
Garage beats.
Okay.
It's very similar to the sort of beats that you'd see. So Solid.
Like is it garage beats?
We can listen to it in the background. Is it garage beats? Would you say
it's similar to the beats you get on So Solid tracks?
I wonder if we should start. Maybe I should actually paste it in the thing for the comments for Mans. In case anyone wants to watch it in the another window.
This is nice.
But usually he's like just a rapper,
right?
But a pretty good rapper, to be fair.
Okay.
He's good. So let's see this one.
Oh yeah. Oh, I saw you play this the other day.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is this sampling Brandy, right?
No clue.
Yeah.
Not bad, eh?
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Like, it's like, is he serious? You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't.
I think he is.
Yeah.
I think he is.
I don't know. He just looks. The funny thing about UK artists sometimes, like, they just look like regular dudes or whatever.
Especially him.
Especially
him. He looks very.
And it's like
guy.
just like a dude. So it's almost like, how do you know when people are being like for real with artists and stuff? Like, it's like,
how do you know who's the star of the video?
Yeah. It could be anyone.
Yeah, it genuinely could be.
They're all saying the words. Is it him? Is it him?
Some of the background mans look fresher than the front.
Yeah,
guy.
right.
Yeah,
Fuck, man.
100%.
That's the only thing about the
They've got the
UK,
nice jacket, zip up. They did the full to the neck.
Yeah, that's a total British style. Do you know what I mean?
British. Do you know what I mean?
Pretty funny.
Cheers.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
words.
cup of tea and all that.
You know what I
Queen's
mean?
biscuits. All right, get it in you.
There's a little something from what's it called? LaBelle.
Look at that fucking can.
Beautiful.
Cool that, huh?
That's a beaut.
That's a farmhouse.
Who's that by?
LaBelle in Drummondville. It's about an hour from Quebec City, a couple hours from Montreal.
Fucking sweet.
8%.
Which way?
East, deep Quebec.
Oh.
They do like it's called like an employee of the month. So I guess someone of the month, each employee gets to come up with one. So the dude hit me up and was like, "Hey yo, you need this."
That's fucking cool.
It's got some. I'm not gonna get too beer nerdy, but I've got 4 of them, so I can save one for you.
Nah, mate. Well, sweet. Whatever happens. That sounds lovely. Anyway, I'm glad you're drinking nice beers, mate.
Yeah, you know, I got some fire for afterwards. Just got some shit that I need to take photos of. What you got? Ooh, Prospect, nice.
Got the old
single hop
Prospect with Sabro single hop
IPA.
IPA.
Sabro,
slamming that down my neck hole. Yeah, Sabro's pretty good, eh?
Sabro's the coconutty gem of the bars.
She's lovely.
Next song, Dan. Sorry.
Artist called Millions, who's also quite a new artist from Birmingham. It's quite weird because usually a lot of the artists are from London, obviously. Right. But he doesn't actually have a Birmingham accent, which is really weird. But it's called Millions, and he released a song called Lagger. It's very
I like this one.
Aggressive drill. Yeah. Similar flow to like Heady One.
GGA.
Yeah, LAGGA. Yeah. It's in the note if you want. I gave Dan access to the note, so he just adds it to there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So
flipping L. I'm like googling like
a
friggin'.
Sorry, I should have told you.
Cavemans don't Google.
Innit?
Who Googles nowadays?
But this one was cool. I like this one.
It's like aggressive. He flew out to Kenya to do the video, so it's like proper.
Oh really?
Proper
That's
authentic.
why it looked like that.
That's why it was like proper authentic, like
the actual
in UK.
The extras are all.
Yeah, the actual people from Kenya, like it's crazy.
That's dope. I like this one for the hook, even though the bars or whatever weren't good necessarily, but the hook is the catchy. I feel like people be saying that shit.
Very, very catchy, but I quite like Millions.
It felt more. Is he originally from Kenya?
I think he must be.
Yeah.
Because I don't know too much about him. I know he's a very new up and coming artist.
All right.
People are saying he's like one of the best in the UK right now, but it's just similar to Heady.
All right. Man's just out here dropping them fire.
Yeah, very aggressive.
Okay.
That's a big video, dude. Shit.
Big, yeah. He's got amazing videos for like a kind of local artist. So he's very like he's not a big artist at all, but his videos are unbelievable.
I'm gonna paste.
It reminds me of like Schoolboy Q without hair at the moment,
but
also with an English accent. Because like I don't know, just moved the way he's holding himself. It seems like a fucking mad cunt. Like there's so many dudes in the video.
That's a lot of mans, right?
It's like angry. That's crazy.
Were they carrying guns and stuff?
Yeah,
the big guns, right?
Big guns, swords, everything.
Dude, there's heaps of cunts. It's such a cool video. And it goes to this big nighttime thing, bonfires. Mans is on the back of utes, got AKs and shit. It's fucking insane. What a crazy fucking.
Love it.
Wow. I'm fucking sold. Let's go.
Kenya, let's
go.
Let's fucking go. Fuck COVID.
Yo, cunts are scary. Everyone's looking fucking just bud man. It looks real cool. Anyway, yeah, that's a good song too. Kind of just wasn't mad at all.
Yes, it's
you know how some shit pissed me off?
Yeah.
Especially with this?
Yep.
Anyway, it was great.
Notion's happy. That's all we need. Notion's happy. So did we come up with a name for Dan's segment? Did we come up after that?
Whoa, we didn't really nod heads on that. We just kept on going on the songs.
If anyone has any ideas for Dan's segment name, some sort of UK slang stuff would be funny.
We can call it Dan's segment.
I mean, that's one way to do it. Dan's UK segment is a temporary name.
I think Sean needs to give us a name.
Sean, you need to help us out, fam.
Yeah.
With,
all right,
with
it's on you,
something
bud.
very,
Pressure.
very, very, very British.
No pressure, but all the pressure.
All the pressure.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be this episode, Sean. You can hit us up anytime. You got our details, you know. So, on to...
You can do it for homework.
Homework, there you go. Look at us. Fucking professors out here, man.
Fucking out here.
Let's run through some new music. This is a pretty solid week of...
Oh, we're doing it.
Slappity. And we got... Oh, actually, you know what? Before we do that, do you have any of things that you usually take little screenshots of and shit? Anything you want to touch on?
We did the Mary thing.
That was great. That was good timing.
The thing with the stuff. I'm just ornament. We got
the thing with the stuff.
Somebody invaded Eminem's house. Wanted to gurk him.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. That was crazy.
And apparently his intention was to kill him.
Fucked up.
Yeah, and he was. Yeah, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Fuck,
exactly
Matt's actually trying to get gurked.
That's fucked up, dude. The caption, the headline was like Eminem's home invader was reportedly there with murder on his mind, and that's not cool. So
could you
dude's
imagine
getting,
if someone broke into Eminem's house and fucking killed him? I couldn't imagine. That would be like 2020 AF.
Yeah, that is 2020.
Matthew Hughes. That's a shitty murdering name.
It's a stupid, fucking murdery white name. It's whack. It sounds like a fucking cunt anyway. Yeah. There was also another thing from J. Cole's unreleased song from For Your Eyes Only documentary leaks. That was it.
Oh, he dropped. They leaked one.
Yeah.
Did you hear it?
No. Just took a screenshot and thought of the report.
I respect
it though.
Okay, so it wasn't like an emotionally action-packed... Oh, the only other thing I saw was Tory Lanez texted Meg apologizing, said he got too drunk. I was just too drunk was the quote. So,
I think I saw that too. Yeah.
I also saw a lot of talk about it where people who were friends with him were like, look, there's more to the situation than just, I was like, there's that, but there might be more to it. People were kind of not standing up for him, but also like... saying, hey, just let's not pass judgment until he's spoken or till all of the facts have come out or something.
There's a lot more to it.
Yeah. There has to be, because people don't get to shoot somebody that they're hanging out with. And that's also one of the biggest female rappers in the game right now.
And
rappers, period.
It's weird because, I was reading online, and apparently for an extremely good shooter to shoot someone directly in the foot multiple times. So it's not like it's a big torso. And
if you're drunk.
If you're drunk as well. So
your
it's
aim
like...
is whack.
So it's like, there's a lot more to come out of that situation that nobody understands.
That's a really good point. You think about that.
Yeah, I read it on Twitter and I was like, oh, there is a lot more that people need to, Tory needs to say.
Yeah. He's going to probably come and say something. I've heard people also say the best thing to say is nothing.
Yeah.
Excuse me. When, you're in this sort of position. So,
sure.
Interesting. I can't think of anything else that really went down that we need to talk about. If we think of it, we can jump in, but might as well run through the music. I was pretty impressed with this week. There's a bunch of stuff. The first thing I saw was Conway dropped the single for a song called Lemon with Method Man from his album From King to a God, which also dropped this week. The video, it was very close. It was like the video dropped on Tuesday, and then Thursday night the album dropped. I kind of like that rollout. The video was cool. Conway is cool. Meth is cool. The whole thing was dope. I fuck with it.
Loved it, man. Yeah, it's super grimy. Conway's fucking, really consistent. Always got interesting bars. Always got shit to keep you engaged. And then there's a little bit where it's in the middle. It's like, oh, this is the verse of the year from Meth or whatever the fuck.
Yes.
I thought it was super clean. It's definitely a contender, but about that Royce verse on fucking
Black Savage.
Black Savage, exactly right. What about that?
That's my verse. That's my verse.
Talk about that.
That's my verse.
Yeah, it's so that one was super good, and Meth is super clean on it. I love it, but just don't be boosting so much, mate.
Whoever said it was someone close to Meth. I forgot who it was.
Yeah, it's just
part of Noriega. It was Noriega who said that. I saw.
Yeah, because he also was saying like lemon squeeze a lot. What's the deal with that?
Because none of the song was called Lemon, so that's probably why he was saying it.
I mean, just this lemon squeeze. Well, I mean, it's got a bunch of funny terms. When you Google that one, you go to like the Urban Dictionary. Yeah. It's a bunch of funny terms for lemon squeeze.
Can you give me one? Because I don't know that.
Do
you remember? Even if it's
quick on.
Oh yeah, look at lemon squeeze on the Urban Dictionary. I did not know that was a thing. It sounds probably like some. It's not piss related, is it? I just feel it feels pissy.
I don't know.
If there's anything,
I'm gonna
take your time.
Try and find something.
But something about squeezing balls.
Oh yeah. The act of squeezing a man's balls with such intensity that he passes out from the pain and sexual stimulation. Then he proceeds to urinate all over himself.
What the fuck, dude? Okay. I was like, what does he mean?
It's fucked.
Is that what he's saying?
That's actually fucked up. Like, that's actually fucked up.
You feel me, bro? I was like, what the fuck, mate? Are you seriously saying that over and over?
That's terrible.
That's
fucking terrible.
There's another one as well.
What's the other one?
The act of placing one's hand on a female's breast and rotating it alternately clockwise and anti-clockwise over the nipple. And then in brackets it says usually erect.
Okay.
And then there's one that says, as a guy gets sexually excited, his nuts pack up into a single lemon. Squeezing his nuts as he orgasms can be intensely pleasurable.
Okay.
And that's all the very interesting.
Brad's going to spit it out. He's going to spit it out.
I'm going to spit my beer out. It's going to be all over the microphone. Oh my God, that's fucked up. So that's what I came across. That's exactly what I saw, Dan. Thanks for getting that so quick, guys. That was fucked. So I was like, oh yeah.
That's that's going to be a no
for me. That's not what it means, isn't it?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. Maybe we'll check Genius and see what that's saying.
Oh, that was a funny one. I was like, oh, Struth.
Oh man. So I'm
Struth.
The nut squeezing aside, the album is fire. Maybe we should talk about the album since it's part of it. So aside from squeezing testicles, the album From King to a God is a fucking slapper. He's got Primo in there. He's got some pretty serious guests. Other producers I forgot off the dome. Dan is checking the Lemon Squeeze reference on Genius right now.
Nothing on there.
Okay. Right. Could you check the producers on Conway's album From King to a God, please?
From King to a God.
I know there's a really solid list. I forgot who, but honestly, it's the album of the week.
Alchemist.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Alchemist was definitely on these. I think Derringer, he's his main dude that he works with.
Nice.
Good features too. There was has that got the whole album?
It's got a whole album.
Okay, who are the features? We got Dej Loaf, Meth, Havoc, Lloyd Banks, Amani Caesar, Freddie Gibbs. That was cool. Benny and Westside, of course.
Yeah.
The features were fucking crazy. The beat slapped. It was by far my favorite Griselda record so far. Benny's my favorite rapper, and every time I hear him, it's just every time. He's like the dopest dude out right now.
The dopest consistent guy lately, yeah. For sure.
And every verse,
engaging bars, like it's like whenever, it's like everything's like you get a reaction. I haven't had a reaction to many rappers lately, like with
the ugly face,
the intelligent bars, or the structured. The flow setups,
Ooh, yeah.
They go for up to 8 bars or longer, like it's
like to play out a thing.
Yeah, to play out a whole, scheme. It's like they're really, really like, it's really strategic bars, and that's what I appreciate for sure. That's that's how we roll anyway, those cunts. But that will stand out for me. That Conway fucking album.
That was a joint. Who was the producers? You got the list?
It says the bulk of the production is handled by UK producer Beat Butcher.
Oh, yeah,
and Griselda's in-house producer Derringer.
And Derringer, okay.
Nice. Beat Butcher, I got a bunch of his sound and shit like that.
I got a bunch of his beats from back in the day. He was just working with Aussie artists back in the day, man. He worked with Brad Strutter.
Fucking fire. That's where we know the name from. Yeah. Fucking hell, cunt. Yeah, crazy. There's other samples or drums I've been working with that from a while ago.
It's just that style, that grimy style. But yeah, it's just a really sick album. It sounded really progressive. Super impressive top to bottom. I haven't had a moment, but I'm going to be slapping that all week for sure. Quick side thing. Sean is saying, I think this is mostly aimed at Dan. What do you think of Simba? He's known from the song called Hover. He also released a song Loose last Friday. It was on GRM Daily, 1 million views in 24 hours or something.
Yeah, I know Simba. He's similar, got that African sort of style like Burna Boy.
I think so. Yeah. But Sean sent me some of his shit. I actually quite liked it.
Yeah, he's a decent artist. I don't listen to him actively, but I know. Obviously, he released a new song with KSI. When he released a song with KSI,
it's the chubby dude. Yeah. His shit was cool. Yeah.
When he released a song with KSI, it's like everyone will know because he's just that popular. Yeah. So it's just like. But no, Simba's a decent artist. He's someone I don't listen to actively, but he's very similar sort of style to Burna Boy. But
I saw that. Yeah, one of the tracks was cool. The one with KSI was it's a bit poppier, but like,
yeah. That's the thing with KSI. I don't really listen to music that much.
No, I can't really fuck with YouTube rappers. It's hard for me to get past that. Like,
yeah, that's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, the YouTube rappers are hard. Even Sean actually sent me. I know Brad, Notion, you and I were talking about this. Like Jake Paul did a new video for a new song.
Nah.
And I watched it because of curiosity, and it was funny because the bars were the closest thing I'd say. Like they weren't shit. I was like, he did not write this. Like,
no, he didn't.
No
there was,
chance.
There was a whole YouTube thing about how he didn't write it.
He doesn't. Okay.
If you go on the Spotify, it says Designer wrote it.
Designer wrote it. Oh, that makes much more sense because it was actually like the metaphors were too well put in, and like the structure of the song, it wasn't corny. Just his voice saying it was corny.
Yeah,
and him in the video looked like a wanker with his brother and all that stuff. Were annoying.
It's more impressive to see how much fucking money this cunt has to throw at a bunch of shit.
That's what I was thinking.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what annoys me about those cunts. Like they got so much money. There's it's like fuck, dude. So shit still.
And they've got platinum plaques, man, and they're just fucking around. Yeah. They're just fucking around, and it's that's the power of it all. When it's unfortunate, and it's obviously not authentic, but it is where the
it works into a certain formula. And
I don't fuck with it, but it is what it is.
Yep.
Next, you put this one.
Next, fucking.
Stormzy dropped a new video for Superheroes. Tell me about that one because I know you really fuck with it.
Super dope.
Yeah, tell me.
Just a really positive song, man. Like fucking great video. Came out on the 9th, so it was really quick after the last episode.
Yes.
Just a positive song for brothers and sisters to keep. He's just telling mans to keep their head up and keep going, keep being strong, and talking about community and stuff. It's just a really positive song, man. It's a nice, nice rhythm as well.
It's from the last album. As well, it was on the last album, but this was like a cool cartoon video and shit.
The video cartoon video, exactly right.
Keeping that shit
so that was just like the new thing. It's got 1.6 milli.
Nice.
Already.
Killer. Loved it.
But yeah, the animated video is crazy, man. Like fuck.
Yeah, it was really
powerful,
nice.
Positive tune.
I love Big Mike. He's the man.
The GOAT.
The GOAT. UK GOAT for sure. Next, Bliss and Esso from Sydney, Australia, did a song. We talked about it, I think, last week with a British singer called Jacob Banks called Lighthouse, I believe. And they did a pretty cool live video at the top of the Sydney Tower, which is kind of like the CN Tower. And then Jacob did his parts on the top of a building in London. And it was sick because they just to get the permission to do that is pretty wild. The footage, like crazy drone footage and stuff. And it was really funny. It looked pretty cold. Like Esso was in like a hoodie and stuff. DJ Ism, Shasta Ism.
The sound quality was great.
It was super great. But the funny part was Ism's in this jacket zipped up. And then Bliss is just
zipped up,
had like a basketball, like Ben Simmons shirt.
Tank top.
Yeah. Because he's jacked now. Like, he wasn't jacked before. They're all fat cunts.
I saw that, yeah.
I was like, now the Bliss is, like, jacked. He's just, like, at the top of this thing. It must be windy as fuck. And he's, like, got a shirt. Like, everyone else is, like, hoodie with zipped up jacket. Man's just out here just like, check my delts, bro.
He's
check the delts, bro. You see that? See that definition, fam? You see that? You see that?
You see that fucking, like, see that V, bro?
Right? I was like, fuck, nah, he's looking good. He's looking healthy, I respect it.
That's dope. Love that.
Cool. Curious to see the new shit. I mean, didn't love the song, but the verses are really cool. Like they're well written. I was very impressed. Esso's verses particularly is very well written. I respect
they always come with the fire, so there's nothing wrong with that at all. Very good poppy, rappy crossover joint. So yeah, I'm sure that'll get a bunch of remixes and shit, dancey things. So
yeah,
that was cool. No stress with that at all.
Yeah, you guys been consistent forever.
Next,
Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist dropped a video for Frank Lucas featuring Benny the Butcher.
One was sick.
This is super cool, man. This is a great video. Great song off that project. The Freddie and Alchemist one was really, really good one this year. Benny Feature fucking murdered it. Both of them, they're just such...
Murdered
like,
it.
Freddie's the funniest
As
dude
always.
in rap, man. He's the funniest motherfucker out. The video is fly, some all shot in Miami, lots of drone shots, some boat shots, like they're, it's called Frank Lucas, so they're doing the mob theme type of thing, and money and women and the usual shit, but like, I don't know, they're just cool. They're just cool motherfuckers, man. Look, Dan's playing that shit now. Like, it just looks sick.
Yeah, I rate Freddie Gibbs.
The beat's disgusting. I'm pretty sure it's Alchemist.
It's Freddie and Alchemist did a collab.
And
Alfredo.
It's just so filthy. Like, his beats are so cinematic, and it's just so gutter and shit. Like, it so works. Fucking disgusting.
They just this is just a real good one. This is a real good one. This just shows.
And every artist they ride that fucking pocket, and it's just like, oh shit. It's just like, fuck. You just get that screw face. You get that disgusting face on your fucking head. Yeah. And then you're just like, oh shit. And then usually you rewind it. So I've heard this song like 3 times.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Sean just mentioned, I wasn't going to... Oh, I think we talked about it last week. He said 6ix9ine album flopped so hard. I kind of expected that. It did. Everyone was talking about how much it flopped. He was talking about it was supposed to sell 150K. When they say that, I don't even really know what they mean. I imagine it's through the merch bundles on like...
In the first week?
iTunes and stuff in the first week, and it ended up being like...
Means?
Yeah. And it ended up being like 35K or something, which is like...
That's terrible.
He's basically over now. I saw even Adam22 did a full like video about it, podcast or whatever about it and stuff. He hates him. I didn't realize. He was like, he's done. He's fucking done. He's over. Like, wow. Like, all right. So it's good to see that, there's only very few people rocking with this dude now. He's toxic and his shit is whack and his gimmick is overplayed. So it was nice to see a person like that get get shat on. So, fuck him. Next.
Yep.
What else we have here?
Next.
David Guetta and Sia did a single called Let's Love. I know they were... Was it David Guetta? No, I was thinking the other dude. It's cool. It was like super diffy. I don't really fuck with David Guetta, I guess, because it's like...
80s poppy dancey song, dude.
Yeah, EDMR shit. I just like Sia. Anything that Sia's on is always cool.
I wanted to get fucking happy pants on and fucking just like put fluorescent things on.
Yeah. Just
starter jackets.
Shelf a Bicky,
just drive my Valiant to friggin' Bojangles and have a fucking bourbon and coke with Shazza.
Right, it's Tanya.
No? Tanya, fuck me. Well, Shazza was generic. It was a brush.
Yeah, no, it was a good one. As soon as you said it, I got the picture.
Yeah. Dickhead.
Huh? Not a drink in it for me. Huh? I'll get you.
Not
want a beer?
Not
Nick.
A drink in it for me. Fucking laughing, mate.
Fucking laughing. Crimes compo. Oi, Nick.
Neville fucking Bartos.
Got a bottle. What was it? What was the alcohol that she had? It was a bottle of...
Not a drink in it for me. Masala and
Masala and Coke. Bottle of masala, bottle of Coke.
Bottle of masala and a bottle of Coke. Yeah. Quick sticks. Quick sticks, right? No?
Yeah, no, exactly it. That was beautiful. Oh, anyone hasn't seen Chopper, go see it for some Australian humour. A lot of people probably won't get it. It's very niche, but...
Showed a mate recently. Didn't go down well. It's not as funny as we say it is.
No?
It's a drama and it's dark. And we say it's piss funny because Eric Banner's a genius sketch comedy actor prior to doing this particular drama pre-Hollywood and shit like that. So anyway, it's a dark drama and we find the funniest bits in the grimiest sections of the movie, which have the funniest little one-liners, and we just like make this movie so fucking funny when it's actually really not. And when you show cunts, that it's like,
dude, what is your problem?
Like, this is a little different. This is not as funny as you say. Like,
yeah,
this is kind of fucked up.
He's
a bad cunt. I'm like, well, I mean, did you hear what he said? Well,
see the way he said it?
To go back to
before he punched her in the face. You hear that shit? Fuck. I guess you're right.
Mom's upset. Like,
Tanya. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It doesn't always go down well. It usually does if you are telling it to an Aussie mate or something like that.
I feel like they'd have to
show a Canadian or North American.
It's not going
to ease them into it because they don't see the funny part because this is pretty dark humor.
I think we were just really high back in the day. We used to get really high. But
Chop, it is funny though, dude. But like some people are just like, oh shit, this is not funny.
I think if you don't know who Chopper is within context,
if you haven't got the personality,
it's not going to know
You have to know the full frontal and the previous sketch comedy stuff to make it.
I was talking. That's a good point, actually, from Eric Bana. Yeah, that's it. So Eric Bana was on this TV, like a sketch show called Full Frontal in the 90s.
Okay.
So he was just some Aussie dude. I can't remember where he's from, but he's just on TV.
Multi-talented.
And then he just went to Hollywood. So he did the Aussie movies, and he moved to Hollywood. And he was the Hulk and shit now. So
he's in Munich as well, like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he's a fucking legend. So doing Chopper Reed was such a... There's a whole fucking tangent here at like an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're doing this.
But it's like...
Hell. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, that's okay. You have to just know who he is because he's playing a real person, and the real person's a crazy guy. And when you hear the way he talks and how bonkers he is, it all makes sense.
He portrays him in kind of a funny way.
Yeah, and because if you see Eric Bana, for us, we associate him with the characters he played on a sketch TV show, which is kind of like Saturday Night Live.
Why it's funny.
That's funny for us, so I see him, fucking Eric. And then he's playing Chopper, who's already a funny psychopath. And you just see the humor in the way he's saying it and the delivery of the lines. It's fucking hilarious. Like,
yeah.
But I can also see why I can imagine sitting there, but nudging, look, get it, and they're gonna be like, dude, like, no. Did you think Chopper was funny?
Yeah,
it was okay. Tiff thought it was okay.
No, it was okay.
All right. Okay.
Anyways, all right. Enough of a tangent. Sean says Notion is.
Sean's saying.
Oh, you see it.
I mean,
I'm
gonna send you a photo. I'll text you a photo, mate,
of Happy Pants.
Talking Happy Pants.
Go Google Happy Pants. They're pretty. I posted a picture of me in Happy Pants on Instagram.
80s Happy Pants, 80s Happy Pants, 90s Happy Pants. There's a crossover time where they were wild and crazy.
Yeah, and they were very
funky colors.
I don't even know if they were. It was just an Aussie
dickheads.
It's fucking so dumb. Sean, you would probably find it funny because you have a fucked sense of humor, so you'd be right. You'd enjoy it.
Yeah, cunts of fuck.
You got to be a little fucked to enjoy it. Anyway, next. Okay, I have a big announcement that we didn't really talk about before.
What?
We got a brand new theme song for the podcast.
You're pregnant?
I got a new theme song. We got our homie Usher. He came through. His new single, Bad Habits, is going to be our theme song.
Oh. So he's going to try... I mean...
Do I have the drum thing? Anyway, that didn't work. The joke didn't work. Bro.
Come on now.
Anyway, I was pissed. Bro. Usher came through, stole that fucking name.
Fight you.
Fucking Usher. Usher.
Yeah, it's actually quite a nice song.
Yeah.
Usher.
I liked it.
The beat is fire. The synth like kind of moog bass, like the bottom one, like the deep shit.
Yeah.
Fire.
Killer. Loving it.
The production, the beat was just absolute fire. I just couldn't get over it. I was loving it.
I fucks with it.
I actually was like clicking my shit. Had a nice time.
Hey, yeah, no, it's good tune. Usher's it's nice to see him back doing a bit of stuff, out here stealing our name, so on and so forth.
Well, he mentioned it in a very subtle way.
I'm joking.
It worked well.
Well, Nav also stole our name too.
We should fight him.
Yeah, Nav is the worst of all time.
He's terrible.
All time. There's no one worse than Nav. If you're a Nav fan, I don't like you anymore. All right, next.
Shots.
Alicia Keys.
Ding.
Mrs. Beats with a Z did a new single called Love Looks Better. I like it. I liked it. It's very on brand for her.
It's like pop power ballad,
Yeah, it's cool. It reminded me of
pop power.
Yeah, it reminded me of some of her older shit. Positive pop. Yeah, it was good.
It was classic Alicia Keys. Like it felt like some fundamental bread and butter. Get some millies and catch a count. Yeah,
I'm happy for her. She's out here. She's working. She took her time.
Yep, she's beautiful. She's doing her thing.
Killing it.
Good.
Good for her. Happy for her. Maybe that means there's an album coming. I look forward to it. I'm curious. She had a couple of singles recently, so that's pretty dope. Next. I actually didn't listen to this one. I forgot. But T.I. and Young Thug did a single called Ring. How was it?
Well, I immediately want to get 2 cups and pour some lean and just like sit there and diddle. Just wanted to drone out. That was the initial thoughts. Good production. It was cool. Didn't love it. Didn't hate it. It was a bop. Ting. Okay. Sting. Still.
All right.
That's pretty much it.
Typical shit. Yep. I love it. Next, Rochelle just real quick jumped in. She said the song called City Girl by Ari Penn Smith and Jonah Christian. Did not hear that. Did not know about that. I would check it. I would check it after because Rochelle is the one who she never ever steers us wrong. She always has some fire. I got another fire playlist I was listening to today that she passed.
Look at that wanky face.
Look, she knows what's going on. I love it. Thank you, Rochelle. I will check for that one 100%.
Hundo P.
Next, Trippie Redd and Busta Rhymes did a single called "I Got You." It works. It's cool. I really like Trippie.
Weird.
Yeah, it's weird to hear Busta on a new. Why do I like Trippie? The melodies. His melodies are sick, man. Like, there's a couple joints. I'm like,
that's true. Yeah. By the end of the song, I was like, okay, cool. But I didn't enjoy because I watched the video. Right? There's a bunch of acting little segments in the before, during, and after. It's like, no. And I get corned out so quickly. This was like corny as fuck to me. I mean, because it's basically like, Busta rolling up in a.
I can see it right now.
And he hollered him like, "Yo, let me holler at you. He's getting the whip, whatever." And then he's like, basically, Busta's asking him for a favor, like positioning him as the boss when it's clearly the other way around. It's just like it was just way too put on. I was like, "Fuck, man, already off to a bad start." And then by the end of the actual song, like you said, melodies were cool, auto-tune assisted, everything was well done, production was cool, but the video and the acting parts cornballed the fuck out, and I didn't like it.
Okay.
So,
I mean, just looking at
this,
they
lost me, but the song was okay. If I didn't watch the video, maybe I would have been cool with that. But it really pissed me off. I was like, that is just so shit.
Have you enjoyed any of his other work in the past?
I've only heard like two songs, whatever you've told me to listen to, which is like maybe 2 songs.
Okay. There's a couple like slappers from his catalog. There's like a joint with Travis Scott's Fire and a couple other ones, but yeah, he's one of my favorite new C auto-tune.
Have a gaze, I guess.
Yeah, but like you got to remember that like I fuck with him for the genre that he is. So
he's got too many tattoos on his face, bro.
He looks like a demon. He looks
crazy.
He looks crazy.
But then the stuff he'll sing about is like
love and stuff.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's like
the opposite.
It's so weird.
Yeah, but
it's
like
he released a song with X. And,
yeah, he did a bunch of
it was called "Fuck Love," and it was one of the best songs on the album. And I was like, what?
Him and X were the two best new guys in that world. Like, I know X had his problematic thing. It's another conversation, but like his music was fire. I really liked XXXTentacion. His stuff was great, and I really like Trippie Redd, man. I can't front.
Yeah,
like that's my Gen Z, coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. See, Feezy.
Trying to rap for the children. You know what I'm saying? Next.
Okay, next.
Want to shout out the homie Jonathan Emile dropped a new single with a dude named Gabriel Teodros.
This was cool.
Called Nothing. I really liked it. The hook is cool, man. Johnny killed it. It was a real good look, man. He did a great job. As always, catchy, smooth. Homeboy did a nice little rap in there. John held it down. I think it was an old song from his catalog that they decided to put out. So I thought that was cool.
Worked well. I liked it.
Yeah, I fucked with it. Very cool. Shouts to Johnny. Hope they do a video or something for that. That'd be smart. Next, Action Bronson did like a double single release.
This was cool.
One of the singles was called
nice reggae sample.
Yeah, what was it? There was one that we talked about before.
GoldenEye, right?
Yeah, GoldenEye. I've got it written down here. There was 2 songs in it. One of them was an older one that we talked about before.
Only for Dolphins. Is the name of the album?
Yeah, maybe that's what it was called, and I wrote down the wrong thing.
The album is called Only for Dolphins.
Only for Dolphins. Okay, so what the song called GoldenEye, then the second song on it. It's not an album, right? So it's just 2 fucking songs.
Is it Latin Grammys?
Oh. Yeah, Latin Grammys. We talked about that a few weeks ago. That one was cool. That was like I'm too fat to see my dick or something like that. It's cool. Action Bronson's always like a good time, man. He always has some fire.
You're a good time.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. But yeah, hopefully that means he's got some longer stuff coming, like albums and shit like that. Next, real quick, Sean saying, "See, since you like Trippie, have you heard of Lil Skies?" I have heard of Lil Skies. I have not heard the individual's music in question. If it's if it's similar to Trippie in them, I would be down to peep game, as the kids say. Next up, Janelle Monae dropped a single called Turntables. It was from a...
I didn't hear this.
No, it's from a motion picture of some description. I quite like it, and
Motion picture?
Yes, a soundtrack is why I'm saying it like a fucking fancy man.
Right.
Fancy
mans.
Yeah, you like that, huh?
Have you been drinking Lucozade?
Not tonight, mate, but I will. Ooh, I got some digestives in the fridge.
Oof.
Woo! Yeah, look, I only fuck with... I feel like Janelle is super... what's it called?
All in the Fight for Democracy.
All in the Fight for Democracy, okay. So I feel like Janelle is extraordinarily hit or miss for me. When she hits, like my favorite song of hers ever is called Electric Lady. Electric Lady with Solange.
Oh,
woo!
Stupid.
Off whatever her last solo album was. Fucking sick, insane. We saw her at Afropunk a couple years ago, and she did that. I was so happy,
piss off.
It's a slapper. But then a lot of her other music, like I'm just like, nah, fam, like go on with that. And I bought her first EP from Amoeba Music in Haight Ashbury in San Francisco in 2008. Like, I fucked with Janelle from day one. That was the very first shit. So I've been on there. I just haven't really enjoyed the direction. But this was a nice comeback. I don't know. I find she's got more attitude now. Therefore, she's more interesting to me. She went mad bland for a while. So she's, she's having more moments. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully this means maybe there's some more stuff coming. I'm definitely keen to hear it. I enjoyed that single.
Love it. Next.
38 Spesh and Benny the Butcher did a single called Stash Box. Anything
Butcher coming.
I love that. What a sick thing to say. See, you gotta have your thing, man. You gotta have your thing. Yeah.
I hate the fucking from West Side. Can't do it.
No,
I love it. I love it.
It's the best.
It's like, nah, sorry, bro.
It's sick.
Piss me off.
I think Conway doesn't really have a thing, does he?
I don't think he does.
Yeah,
he says fucking machine.
He just raps really
He's
well.
like, oi, cunt. He's like, yeah, my fucking face is sitting over here. I'm going to be a hard cunt. I don't need a fucking nickname.
Yeah, mate.
I look hard as shit. Don't fucking talk to me. I'll eat your children, you piece of crap.
Yeah.
He's like
it.
Mike Tyson of the rap world. He's just such a sav.
Yeah, I'd like to be his mate, but he's alright.
Super. It'd be better to be his mate, I think. Mate.
Yeah, totally be his mate. So this was a cool track.
Totally
it's exactly what you think it would be if it's got Benny on it. It's a nice, grimy, I'll stab you of sister banger. Super slow, I think, from memory.
Yeah, street raps. Definitely going to stab you.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked it. I fuck with it. Next. Luke James did a single, All of Your Love remix featuring KIRBY, who we've talked about here before. Luke James, I've heard his stuff. We might have talked about him, but this was fire. This is great. KIRBY is fantastic. She's so effortless. Cool. He's great too. Really cool collab. Funky, little boppy. Yeah, so it's a bop, as the kids say. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Smooth though, but still boppy.
Yeah, smooth, boppy.
Vibey.
Shit was flames. Love it. Anything that they're doing, I'm about it. So definitely go check for them if you fuck with either, or if you fuck with like just good ass sort of modern R&B soul type shit. I definitely enjoyed that one. Nearly done. Couple more to go. Next. Elzhi.
Sorry.
Elzhi. We talked about him last week, I think. He has another single called Light One, Right One. Which is cool. It was exactly what you think an Elzhi single would sound like. Rapidy raps, bars, cool
soul
little hook.
Rap, 90 BPMs. Just destroying the dictionary and the alphabet.
It's over. It's over for that alphabet ass bitch. It's good.
Yeah, it's gone. Peace.
I like it. Don't know what else to say.
Nothing stand out. Like it was, like you said, bread and butter fucking Elzhi.
Yep, exactly what you think it might be. I like it. Next, this dude called Muse did a single called Light Us Up featuring David Dallas from New Zealand, who was a big favourite of ours back in the day. I haven't heard of Dave for a while. He used to be known as Conway. He was definitely one of the best MCs out of New Zealand for sure for many years. I guess he sort of came up through Scribe, if anyone remembers Scribe. It was just cool hear him rapping again. I liked it. He should rap.
He's doing natural fucking accent. Since
he moved to David Dallas. That's
regular. Yeah.
Hasn't changed since. But yeah, I fuck with him. He's always been good. So I would like to hear more music from him. I always appreciated him. He just talked about cool shit, have bars. I listened to his old stuff like a lot, like his albums and stuff. I really fuck with it. So I dig that. Only a couple more. Next. A rapper who's a friend of mine, Joe from Fort Worth, Texas, dropped his album called Homebrew. I met him. He was actually on the remix for a song called Hazy that I did.
Hazy.
Do you remember Joe and Teo from?
I do. I remember mixing the vocals. Yeah.
Yeah, you did. So Joe dropped his latest albums, about 10 tracks. Most of them surrounding beer or consuming beer. Not like super nerdy. He wasn't like talking about it like I was on Brewheads, but he's mentioning it a lot because he's sort of just heavy into it. So I just appreciated lots of beer references. It actually kind of made him sound a bit like an alcoholic because every fucking song was about it, kind of. But it was cool. Yeah. I like it because he repped it hard, and it's nice that and he had like 1 or 2 joints that were like social, social justice songs and stuff like that, which I appreciated. So nice. It was cool, man. He's got a cool flow. I like the way he raps. The beats were dope. So respect. Go check for that. Next. Tash Sultana, new single Beyond the Pine. This was cool. Nothing crazy though. I liked her other stuff that I talked about. That the one from the video game a few weeks back. This one was cool. If you like her, you'll like this. Yeah, it's a show. I don't know. I just like her a lot now. I try and just keep up on what she's doing, but
True. Yeah. This is like very airy and hippie and just like nice and just sunshine, chilling. Nothing too serious.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's cool. If you fuck with that, you fuck with that.
Yep, that's cool.
Next, Rochelle put me onto this group called Khruangbin. KHRUANGBIN. So she gave me their like This Is Khruangbin Spotify, and I was listening to that today. It's cool. It's kind of like Tame Impala from Australia, if you guys know them. They're kind of like
nice.
You know Tame Impala shit?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that. Sometimes sort of a little not as spacey and 70s-y type of shit, but kind of in that vibe. I quite liked it. It's cool. It's got like Leon Bridges and stuff on it, like other sort of American cats. So I was just listening to that like this afternoon, just working. I thought it was pretty cool. I just want to shout Rochelle for putting me onto that yesterday.
Fucking boom.
Which was lit. And the last single I have here was, I also did not listen to, maybe one of y'all did, but T.I. and Little Baby also did a single called Pardon. So I don't know if I can't remember where I saw this, and maybe this is old or something, or he dropped 2 singles this week. I'm confused as to where I found this.
I'm having a flipping gaze in it.
Yeah, so I don't know where I saw it. I could be completely wrong.
He released,
or is it Little Baby featuring T.I.? But I thought it was T.I.
Yeah, it's Little Baby featuring Quavo and T.I. and Motherfucker.
Is it? It's called Motherfucker?
Man, it's fucking yeah.
Oh, where did I see this then? So maybe I'm wrong. No?
No.
Alright, so I'm tripping balls. I saw this somewhere. Maybe it's coming? Maybe it was like one of the joints they announced.
That's weird.
Oh, then look, if it's
I just copy what you had in the note.
Yeah, like, alright, I got it from somewhere. So maybe it was old. It definitely wasn't a song called Motherfucker. I saw like a cover art for it. Alright, well, if I'm wrong, that means the internet lied to me. Wow. It'd be your own
Wouldn't
people.
Be the first time.
Wow. Anyway, it's been a long one. Nearly an hour and a half. Let's get the thumbnail real quick. And then we can do our wrap up. This is a good one, though. I appreciate everyone.
Hold a beer can up?
Fuck yeah, hold a beer can up. You fucking... Ready?
Doing it, wait. All three, as I...
Doing a triage.
That was good.
Do the triage with Forrest. Triage. Towards your face a bit more. I only get 2.
Wait, what's my face? What are we doing?
Oh, there you go. That's good. No, it was a good one, guys. So I appreciate that. It was good hanging out on our, the 10 years in Canada. Spectacular.
10 years, mate.
10 fucking years.
Congrats.
Congrats to you. Yeah, I got a couple good ones.
Throw some shit off the balcony. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
Oh, I could. Fuck it. Let's just fuck Canada up now.
Some fireworks on the roof.
Oh, I should.
I'm sure you should do it right now.
Make some mushies and run nude down the street.
Oh, nudie runs? I'm down for a nudie run.
On mushies.
Just letting it just a little flop around. But yeah, man. Shit was lit. Appreciate everyone who always tuned in and supported us. Nearly 20 episodes of this thing, and 10 years here through all our music and business and podcasting and beer and all of that stuff. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. We're just a couple of kids from the suburbs of Melbourne, trying to fucking do it big and, enjoy it.
Couldn't do it without anyone.
That's it, man.
Love y'all.
Appreciate y'all. Notion, where can everyone find you online, my G?
At Notion Baby on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. At Illnote Studios on Instagram and Facebook. illnotestudios.com. What about you, C. Feezy?
Let's say we're Dan. Let's go Dan. I'm a handball to Dan.
Let's go Dan. What about you, Dan?
Dan Johnson on Instagram and Twitter. And that's about it, really.
And send Dan new UK music in case he hasn't seen it for his new segment that's yet to be named.
Please. Send me name ideas.
Yeah, and also name ideas for Dan's segment. We need some funny names. We need it. It's going to be fire. We'll know it when we get it. If it takes some time, let's take our time.
Let's take our time. No rush.
That's it, exactly. You guys can follow me at CWEFOR on Twitter and Instagram, CWTMF on Facebook, and at The Movement Fam everywhere on social, and of course, themovementfam.com. And of course, if you guys enjoyed the episode, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit the notification bell. Notion.
Ding.
So you know when the new drops. Follow us on social media. I just said that at The Movement Fam. I've got a pattern here. And make sure, if you enjoyed the podcast, mate, rate, review, and subscribe, or follow on Spotify, whatever it is. It all helps us get up in the algorithm. We are here every Monday, 8 p.m., episode 20 next week. Mate, it's a beautiful thing. Appreciate all of y'all. You're legends. We'll see you on the next episode. Hey. 2 Australians in Canada, cunt. That's what the t-shirt is, aye. Hey.
2 Australians.
2 Australians. Which one are you, bud? Are you
Probably
him?
the one on the left, eh?
Alright.
Just chilling, just whichever one you are, eh?
Alright. Let's say bye.